Okay, hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about our lesson two, and that is the globe. Okay, finally. So, the Globe Theater. So, Shakespeare and the Lord Chamberlain's men performed at the Burbage Theater until 1599 when they built their own playhouse, and that is the Globe. Shakespeare referred to the globe as this wooden O, a term that led scholars to believe it was a circular building. Okay, so this is how the globe looked like. Okay, so there are different parts of the globe, and I would like you to pause this video and look closely at those parts, okay? So the wardrobe and storage, so for their clothes, costume, tiring rooms, discovery space, trap door, the main stage, the door, saves as the entrance and exit for the performers, the pit, the gallery, okay, that's for the wealthy people to stay and watch. The hot, and then the white flag. Okay, again, I would like you to pause and look at these parts of the globe. Okay, next. So, a white flag indicates that there is a play today. So, if you see the white flag up there, that means there's a play going on. And plays were performed during the day. Imagine they were performed during the day and look at the clothes that they were wearing. I don't know the weather in England. Probably during summer it could be really hot. The groundlings stood by the stage. Okay, when we say groundlings, these are the people here. Okay, and I would say they are the uh, people with less distinct taste when it comes to plays. And these people, of course, they couldn't afford the gallery up here. That's why they just watch here on the pit. Okay, we'll know more about them. It's crazy. The wealthy sat in the upper decks. Okay, so if they could pay, they could go up there together with other wealthy clients. So young men dressed up to play female roles. Okay, so remember when I told you that during Shakespeare's time there were a lot of strict restrictions for women. One of them, they weren't allowed to perform in plays. That's why young men dressed up and performed their roles. Imagine there's a male Juliet performing in front of the crowd. Isn't that crazy? So, what else? So, attending Shakespeare's theater was quite different from attending theater today, which is thought of as very quiet and austere. So, in Elizabethan England, it was a noisy, popular gathering place for people of all ages and from all walks of life. So, I don't know if you've been to a play before, but it's quite different. Everybody's dressed up. What else? They were quiet. Um, yeah, it's quite different. But during that time, people were noisy, and some of them even drunk. They're from different walks of life. Okay, because that's the only form of entertainment. Drinking and eating were permitted in the pit, which often become very noisy. Imagine people are drinking and eating at the same time, and there's just like mess everywhere, bottles and food everywhere. It can be really messy. If a spectator did not like a particular character or scene, he or she would feel free to hiss and boo or throw anything he or she might have on hand. Sometimes even a glass bottle. If they did not like a performance, they're gonna throw it to the performers. Okay, really bad for those performers during those times. It is possible that Shakespeare had this in mind when he included the phrase, "with patient ears attend," in the prologue of Romeo and Juliet. He was asking the people to attend with patient ears, to listen carefully. The rowdy atmosphere of the pit also accounted for the exaggerated acting that was common at the time. Okay, there were no microphones, there were no speakers during that time, so they had to, exaggerate their acting, make their voice really loud for them to deliver their roles, their part well. Okay, so to compensate for lines that the audience could not hear, the actors used exaggerated gestures and facial expressions, unlike the natural method of acting that is used today. Nowadays, we feel like, less acting, the more realistic the performance is. But during that time, they had to exaggerate. Okay, they had to use gestures, they had to use exaggerated facial expressions just for them to deliver their parts well, because again, it's too loud, it's just too loud for people to hear them. Okay, nature of the crowd contributed to haste with which the lines were spoken. And today, Shakespeare play takes almost 3 hours, then a play would have taken 2 hours or less. Okay, next. The original theater was destroyed by a fire in 1613. It was rebuilt in 1614, closed in 1642, and demolished in 1644. A modern reconstruction of the original Globe, named Shakespeare's Globe Theater, opened in 1997. It's actually a tourist attraction in England. Okay, if you happen to go there sometime in the future, I would recommend to see the Shakespeare's Globe Theater. Okay. So today, audiences of this wooden O can sit on the gallery or stand as informally as a groundling. Okay, very interesting. Just as they would have done 400 years ago. I think I have a link of the wooden O, the globe. I'm gonna provide that link in this same assignment so you guys could do a virtual tour. Isn't that amazing? A virtual tour of the globe. Okay, so that ends my video, my presentation. If you have any questions, just let me know. I'm just walking around inside the classroom. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.